Is my mic on? I think it is. Whoa. Hello, everyone. It is a wonderful, I guess, Friday afternoon, not Friday. I'm tripping. It's a Wednesday afternoon. My days have gotten all mixed up ever since I got back, but I've been pretty tired. Yeah, let me fix this chat thing real quick. Chat box. All right, there we go. So that's fixed. And that is good to go. Yeah. So I guess today, we kind of put off the topic from yesterday. We're gonna talk about my full experience at Capcom Cup. Now, I've already given the LCQ experience yesterday, in which I was talking about how I didn't think it was a good event and how things could have been a little bit better, specifically on the communication side of things, because I felt that if it was communicated better, then a lot of the issues that happened at the tournament, I don't think would have happened at the tournament, and then it would have been an overall smoother experience. And then on top of that, there was the scheduling issues, and I felt like they could clean that up a little bit. And I hope for Street Fighter 6, especially for their LCQs and for the event, that does get cleaned up. But nevertheless, can't limit on that. It happened. The best thing we can do is just offer the feedback. But despite all that, I didn't really get into actually like the nitty gritty of the experience itself, and like getting to play the internationals, which is something I've never really done as a player. I think this was the first time. No, not the first time. I did get to play like maybe one or two like Japanese players here and there. I got to play I think John Takeuchi 1 year at DreamHack Austin or DreamHack Dallas, one of them, whichever one. But we only play like maybe like a first or two or first or three, then you had to leave. And then after that, I got to play Kudo. But I've never had too much experience playing other players because I never really got to travel. I never really even went outside my own bubble. I just kind of stayed in Texas and kind of really just did my own thing from there. But like going to there and Charge, JC, what's good? What's good? JC in the building. He was also at Capcom Cup. With your boy LCQ. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna be on for like I don't know how long, but I'm gonna kind of recap everything that I was going through, and then yeah, we can watch the video for sure. We can watch that video, the secret video, and see what's up. I'm very excited for it. I talked about the monitors. I talked about the LCQ yesterday, and so I didn't really plan on talking about the LCQ again today. because I everybody wanted it yesterday. Well, today. Well, so I was like, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow, right? When I did the poll, I was like, hey, did you guys want me to do it today or tomorrow? And so everybody wanted me to talk about my Capcom experience tomorrow. So I just ended up kind of going through some Evo stuff and then covering basically the LCQ a little bit, talking about how I didn't like the event, how Capcom Cup, I don't there was no setups at Capcom Cup. That's the thing. There was no setups at Capcom Cup at all. So you either had to bring your own setup or you had to know somebody to get games in, because they had this little player room. And so I was able to get into the player room for like 3 or 4 days. Oh, I was playing Item in the player room. So I played him. The player room, that's where they had a player room in the Sheraton, the hotel that they had all the players for Capcom Cup. So they had a specific practice room that they can come down in and play and practice. And so you either had to know someone there or to basically kind of get in. So I was able to kind of sneak in the door a little bit. And I got to play a decent amount of not just the US pros, but like international people as well too. I played one Japanese player. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play Tokido. I really wanted to play Tokido, but I never did get a chance to play him. And there was another Japanese player I wanted to play, but I didn't get a chance to play him because the timing just didn't work out. I'm gonna have to play you next. But yeah, how Capcom Cup was basically there was no real there was no setups at all. It was basically in this it was in this nightclub. So you thought the LCQ venue was bigger than the LCQ venue, or about this, or yeah, it was a little bit bigger than the LCQ venue. So how they had it on stream, it made it seem like it was bigger than what it was. But that venue, straight up was not big. It was just a standard nightclub that had a second floor and a ground floor. That was pretty much it. There was nothing really special about it, but they did it up a little bit, with the Capcom stuff to make it look pizzazzy from what it was on the stream. But being there, the venue wasn't that big. Good to see the stream. Yo, Hayden, what's good? They make it look big. Yeah, that's how it usually is. They make it look big. I was surprised because like the new setup, I mean, it's the same setup that I've always had. It's just that this is basically the same setup. I just have the camera a little bit closer, I think. Nothing's really changed. Well, for the past couple of weeks, I think this is the new setup. When I changed the orientation of my desk. But yeah, the biggest shocking thing, like I said, it was the fact that there was no Street Fighter V setups at all at Capcom Cup, and that was crazy to me. Because people definitely wanted to play, and not just wanted to play each other, they wanted to play the pros. And so for them not to have any 5 setups was kind of weird. They did have Street Fighter 6 setups. They had basically a bunch of Street Fighter 6 setups, and it was the exact same beta it was the exact same Street Fighter 6 beta that we had whenever the game got released. So you had the same 8 characters. It was pretty much the same build. I played it a couple of times, but I wasn't really like trying to play Street Fighter 6 because it was the same thing. I was like, yo, no new characters, no Honda, no Dawson, no nothing. Just the same 8 character build that you've been giving us for the longest. I'm like, dang, we didn't even get the J, not the J. I was gonna say we didn't even get the. Of course, they probably weren't gonna give us a JP build. Yeah, give us Cammy. They for sure definitely weren't gonna give us a JP build with. But they at least could have gave us the Honda build, the one with Blanca. So I wasn't expecting the DJ JP build and all that, but maybe, the Blanca Honda build, just have those two characters, Blanca Honda Dawson build, or Dawson Honda build with those characters in the game. Nah, they didn't give us that. They just said, hey, here's the exact same beta that you guys have been playing for the past couple of months. That was it. That's all you get. It's same characters. You hit another Gale clip. Nice. So yeah, that was kind of weird though, but I guess they wanted you to play the new thing and try out the new thing, but I've already been trying out the new thing. That prize pool. Hold on, we'll talk about the prize pool. We'll talk about the prize pool. I got to build up to it. Talk about the event a little bit more. But yeah, you played too much SF5 tonight. Yeah, as far as the experience, yeah. What kind of body wash? Sorry about that. My mom came in and was giving me something. But yeah, I was talking about the experience of what it was like. What it was like at the venue. I think Capcom Cup was a lot better than definitely for sure the LCQ. It was just small, but it was just small with the illusion of being built, but it was definitely better than being at the LCQ. The atmosphere was kind of great. I liked the way the stage was done. I just didn't like the fact that you didn't have Street Fighter V casuals at the event, and that was pretty much like my biggest gripe with the thing. Yeah, the LCQ was small. That was my biggest gripe with the thing. And so, like, in order for you to have to play the pros, you had to get into the player room, and very few people were able to get in the player room. I was fortunate enough to be able to get in the player room too, so I could play some of the pros in the player room. But how many participants? Are you talking about Capcom Cup or LCQ? LCQ? I don't know. There was a lot of DQs. I said this before, but the guy that I had to play, he got floated to exactly where I got to. So let me show you the bracket. I had to play pretty much my matches to get to that point, right? I got one bye. I'm not saying I didn't get a bye, but yeah, this was my bracket, right? Bro, just look at the DQs, man. So look at this, right? So that's why I can't give an accurate number. So the people up here had to play, right? But this guy right here, the guy I played, like, look what happened, right? Bro, look. He got I had to play my winners round one, right? This is the guy I had to play to get in the winners final. I had to play my winners round 1. Okay. I had to play my winners round 2. He didn't have to. Now, granted, I got 1 DQ, but he only had to play 1 match. And then he got to meet me here. It should have been me right here, but like I said, man, those setups were kind of weird. Like, and we couldn't practice. The biggest thing was like you couldn't practice on the LCQ setup. That was an issue. So they I don't know how they tuned the setups, but they didn't allow you to practice on them setups. I got there early, 10:50. By the way, my poll was supposed to start at like 11:45. Got there at 10:50. We were waiting in line, and they didn't even let us into about 11:40, 11:35, man. Which is weird, which is whack, man. And they're like, oh, yeah, you have to go play. Yeah, there you are, right there, bro. Look at how many DQs you got. You got 1, 2, 3. You got floated all the way to winners. Basically right here to winners. That's funny. Yeah, being in the first pool was definitely was in a disadvantage. So like, the later your pull is, the more chances you had to play and warm up, especially on those setups. You needed to be playing on those setups. That's why I didn't want to be in the first pool. I did not want to be in the first pool at all. I was like, please don't put me in these first pools because I think it was gonna suck. But then, turns out I suck. That's the crazy part to me, man. That was supposed to be Capcom's biggest event, one of the biggest events leading to their big event, and it was just organized the way that it was. It was just unorganized. Stuff ran late. Players didn't get to play on the setups, and so they had a separate setup. They had a different setup on stream than the one we were playing off streams. So the setup was different, and then that setup was causing issues because one of my homies, his controller kept dropping. So like his controller, he had a PS5 pad, and it kept disconnecting. So he was on stream, and his controller just kept disconnecting. And so it basically made him look like he was like free, but like he couldn't play. It was just, yeah, it was meant to be scuffed. But my issue was, it was like, why, if you had that mindset, then why do the LCQ in the first place? Like, why just throw together a event on shoestrings and then try to make it seem like you're a part of for the community, and like you're doing like 144 hertz, the speed's gonna be so cool, it's gonna be so crisp, etc. And you don't even have the event planned, the event scheduled properly. You don't have it running on time. You don't even communicate what you did to the players. It was just a weird event. At that point, they might as well just have cut the LCQ. If they just cut the LCQ, it would have been fine with me, because I felt like I wouldn't say I wasted money, but I definitely wasted time going there. But I did do some content out of it, so there's that. But I felt like that time could have been better spent. Oh, Doc. Yeah, what's good? Yeah, I feel like the time could have been better spent doing something else than going to an LCQ that was half baked. But that wasn't the only tournament I entered. Alex Valle had a tournament on Friday too. Once again, that one was ran. It was better than the LCQ, but there was still some issues with that event. Like issues. Oh, you switched to your production production account. Quantum the Third Productions. Yeah, I went to this. Yeah, Alex Valle had an event. It was called Showdown in the Valley. That one was a pretty good event. I mean, that event was more stacked than the LCQ. It had DQs, but it didn't have as many DQs as the LCQ. So yeah, this event right here, I got to play in. Yeah, this one was pretty good. If my PC would ever load up. Hurry up. Yeah, this is. I'm trying to. Okay, there he goes. Dang, what the heck? Go back to that. So I want. This was another event. Where's that? Up my watch time. Nice. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah, this event right here. Showdown in the Valley. Yeah, the Endon Walker versus CCH. First to 10. And there was supposed to be another first to 10, but this one didn't happen. The Crimson versus DCQ first to 10. But this event had 100 something entrants. Tokido won this event. But it had Tokido, Nemo, CCH. You had the Ibushingen. I think Ibushingen. Ibushingen kids. I call them kids. They look like kids. Cockhardy and Hikaru. And then you had Reichman's Barnett. You had Samurai. You had Kaba. Wolfgang. The homie Giyu. Corey Bell. What the heck? Yeah, Brian F. Yeah. Punk. Kichipaw. I think Kichipaw pulled out of this event because he was sick or something. Yeah, this one was. Yeah, this one was really stacked. Yeah. This event was better than the LCQ. Which one? Yeah, this event was a lot better than the LCQ. I would say that. The talent was more stacked. It was one of my shorts. Oh, really? The talent was more stacked. You had a chance to at least play casuals and get used to the setups. Now, granted, the setups were laggy, but despite the setups being laggy, and I mentioned to Valle, and he was doing the best they could to help with it, the issue and stuff like that. But despite like it was like it would slow down. The games like the setups would slow down. The game would slow down. So it was like playing CFN, but offline. It was still better than. I would take those setups over the LCQ setups. The game slowing down, being laggy. I would take that. What happened here in the showdown tournament over what happened in the LCQ. Because at least I got to play on those setups. So yeah, it was iffy, but I at least got to get some hands-on time with them to the point where like it did matter, but like it wasn't. I wasn't like too worried about it. the GameStop setups over the Capcom Sparta one. I think both events were 144 hertz. Now the problem with this event, in terms of why the game was lagging at the Showdown in the Valley event, was because the game was the monitors were 4K, and so the game is Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 5 was in native to 4K, and so when it would play on the 4K monitors, it would cause issues with the game. If the monitors were 1080p 144 hertz and they set the resolution to 144 hertz on the laptop, and then there was also a little bit of overheating issues with the laptop. Oh, bro, the setups at the house that we had were like chef's kiss. So those were like that was like natural PC. That was 144 hertz natural PC. That was PC in its natural state. What we played at LCQ was, I don't know what that was. That was PC, but modified. Modified PC. I don't know what the heck that was. Like, that was crazy. I don't know what Street Fighter 6 is going to be hosted on. I can't tell you. It might be PS5. It might be PC. Because there is a push to get it PC. Yo, Dark Out, what's good, homie? There is a PC push, but I don't know. I'm not going to give you a straight answer on what Street Fighter. It could be ran on Xbox. Xbox was the preferred platform. Not the preferred. It was the optimal way to play Street Fighter 4, even over arcade. How was LCQ? I mean, I touched on it more yesterday, but to give a quick brief overview, LCQ wasn't good. The event was sloppily ran. The event was stitched together with some duct tape. It was held in this sketchy looking warehouse that they put us in, that had very limited space. The way the setups were tuned weirdly, and we didn't get to practice on the setups, so it was leading to a lot of drop issues and stuff like that. And then top it off, the big cherry on top is the streaming setup was a different setup than the ones that we played on off stream. All event, not all of it. I expected better from a Capcom event though, but I guess that's just me being more optimistic. But that was a Capcom ran event, and it was probably one of the worst events I've ever been to. It was that bad. Honestly, bro, if they would have had just put LCQ on PS4, we made it work though. I would have been fine with LCQ on PS4 at this point. If they would have just had it on PS4, because at least you knew the timing for PS4. Just put it on PS4 and call it a day. I don't have it. So I'm one of those players that don't have a strong feeling towards PS4. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It was just the way they tuned it specifically, and they didn't tell what they did. They just said it was just Capcom. It was tuned to Capcom standards, and so not only were we unfamiliar with it, they didn't give us time to practice on those setups. That was the issue. They didn't give us time to practice because the scheduling, they were behind on scheduling, and they had limited space. So I got there. My poll was supposed to be at 11:45. I got there at like 10:50 something. Doors were supposed to open up till at 11. The doors didn't open up till 11:30, 35, and they weren't even gonna allow us in the back to even try to get some games in. And until Problem X went to go talk to Vi, and he told him, yeah, let him go back there, because there was a separate room. So basically, there was two rooms. One of the rooms is you had to be in there if you weren't playing. Bro, I don't know why I just thought about this, but I just got the hardest deja vu that I've been to LCQ before. I don't know why. I mean, not I've been there. I was there last week, but I was just thinking about it. I was like, I think I lived that portion of my life before. That's kind of weird. I was just thinking heavy. I was like, yo, I lived that portion of my life before. After going there. You know how like you go somewhere and then like, yeah, it sucked. And you know the biggest kicker is that the second room that they had you in was just a seating room. And guess what? Right? In order for you to watch it, the second room that they made you wait in before your pull happened was just a seating room where they had the stream on. So basically you were stream monitoring at the event. I mean, I got 33rd, but it really didn't matter. But like they made you stream monster at the event. They didn't give you the live feed. It was, hey guys, watch the stream. They had a TV up that you could sit in the chairs and watch the stream. Yeah. That was a Capcom event. I don't know who hosted it, but it was a Capcom ran event. But I was saying the event that Vi ran, which was this event right here, the Showdown in the Valley, which I also went to. Not only was it more stacked than LCQ because they had Capcom Cup participants into it, bro. My first round for this event, it had multiple Capcom Cup participants. So it had Kamala, he was in there. The young Ed, the 18-year-old Ed from Poland, Bulgaria, whatever. Where's that kid from? Yeah, Big Bird. Big Bird was in there. I think he might have quit. Yeah, just a kid. Nope. There is no. Yeah, Noble. Geeks Noble. He's from Japan. I got to play him in the player room. Yeah, this event was like super stacked. Yeah, Kiko. It had Uriel, the kid from Mexico. It had MDZ Jimmy. I don't think, Takamura didn't play in this event, but he signed up. Also, Job and him also didn't play this event. I got to play him. But yeah, Tokido won this event. But yeah, I kind of got. So yeah, I talked about pretty much LCQ, that event. Yeah, the week was fine in terms of being there. At the event, I didn't have anything. Zen won LCQ. That was the play that he played second at Capcom Cup. He's a Bison player from China. That's also from Canada. Oh, well, that's studying in Canada. Yeah, I was studying it from Canada. You could have beat him. Yo, JC, I would have loved to see you beat him. Yeah, no, the LCQ and it was different. Minnow won Capcom Cup. No, the winner got into Capcom Cup. Capcom Cup was the group stages were Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then it was SFL for Wednesday and Friday. Yeah, I think we went to the venue Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, but we didn't go Friday or Saturday. We didn't go. I think there was 2 days we didn't go to the venue. I think it might have been the SFL days that we just didn't go to the venue at all, or we just stayed at the Airbnb. Yeah, I think we just stayed at the Airbnb for the event and just kind of watched. Yeah, Capcom Cup is over, and no, Street Fighter 5 is gonna be a Evo Japan, so it's not over. There's still events that are gonna have Street Fighter 5. Evil Japan, Texas Showdown, and Combo Breaker. Those I think are the last three kind of big. Well, Evil Japan is the biggest event, and then Combo Breaker and Showdown. Combo Breaker is bigger than Showdown, but those are the next big events that are gonna have. Next big events that will have Street Fighter 5. Combo Breaker is the last Street Fighter 5 event, I think, unless someone wants to host it. But I think after Texas Showdown, I'm done playing Street Fighter 5. At Evil Japan, maybe, I don't know. Capcom already said that they're not going to announce anything. I don't expect them to announce anything until after Resident Evil 4 comes out. I'm gonna be real. That's probably the next time frame. Because it makes no sense for them to announce something for Street Fighter 6 when they got a game coming out pretty soon. Yeah, when does Resident Evil 4 remake come out? March 24th. Yeah, I don't expect anything to be announced until after that game came out. Maybe a week after that game. I mean, they've already announced pretty much everything for Street Fighter 6. What else you want them to announce? I mean, I guess they haven't did the trailer for Cammy, Zangief, and who else? What characters haven't we seen? I know for Street Fighter 6. Yeah, we haven't seen Cammy. We haven't seen Zangief. We haven't seen what else haven't we seen? Yeah, there's nothing really to announce for Street Fighter 6. 1, 2, 3. I think we just missing Cammy and Zangief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 3 more characters. Cammy, Zangief, and then who's the third character? Because there's 18 characters. Oh, and Lily. You haven't seen me? Yeah. Yeah, I've been gone. Yeah, those. That'd be pointless. Yeah. Yeah, I've been gone, Elite. Alita. I've been gone. You know. So yeah, I don't expect any Street Fighter 6 announcements till after that. But I will say, been on that Where's Waldo grind I seen. I was here yesterday. Yesterday was the first day I was back after like days. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, after the LCQ, I had fun. The LCQ was probably the worst part. I had fun because I was able to get into the player room. And that's where like I felt like the biggest eye opener that of things that I was learned kind of came into play. So I got a chance to play. Let's see, I got a chance to play. Who did I play? I played. Yeah, I was in Cali. I was in Cali for the past 8 days, 10 days. I'm still trying to adjust to being back home. It's weird being at home again for me. Because the first thing I got asked was I think because I don't like as soon as I got home I was like, man, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sit at home. Come see you in Vegas? How come you ain't come see me in Cali? While I was out in the West Coast. You should have came see me. You see, you should have came to the LCQ. Hey, guess what? The Charge came to LCQ. He came. He stayed with us. Does my actual bed feel good? I mean, I was sleeping good at. I slept on the bed for like the past couple of days. Broke it after the second night. That's because you slept on. You slept on the floor, right? Yeah, you slept on the floor. Man, out here sleeping on the floor. Yeah, I slept on the first night. I slept on the air mattress the first night. A nice little tiny air mattress. And I slept on the bed for most. Had this man sleeping on carpet. Hey, I did. There was multiple. There was like 10 people in the house that day. Like 10 people in that house, and very limited sleeping equipment. So it was supposed to have 10 people sleep 12 people, I think, but there was 3 beds, 3 bedrooms, 3 beds. 2 people should have slept in the bed, so that would have been six people in the bed. Then they had 2 air mattresses, so that's 8 people. And then they had we had 2 pull-out couches that became futons. So that should have slept 12 people, because 2 people could have slept on the futon, but we didn't have enough covers. But super fun, yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. Like, once I got into the player room, all strangers. No, not all strangers. Most of us knew each other for the most part. So, yeah. It was just the regional crew plus additional people that sleep with, plus the like 2 people I brought, because I brought Charge and William. They came with me, and then That other couple of people came with her. Yeah. Well, no, we knew. Some of us knew each other before. So a good portion of us were from Texas, and all of us were good, and also we're in the same Discord as well too. So I guess there was only like technically like 4 outsiders that were part of the people that would be considered outsiders that other people brought in. But for the most part, like 6 of us kind of you were held hostage by me. I didn't hold you. What you mean I held you hostage? Bro said I held you hostage. What are you talking about? I didn't hold anyone hostage. No homo? Definitely no homo. You would have came to LCQ? Like, we were there for the whole week. I thought I mentioned plenty of times that I was going to LCQ. They ain't ready for your Ibuki? Bro, you would have been a third Ibuki in the house. You would have been, because it was me, Cuz, and if you would have came, it would have been you. So it would have been 3 Ibukis in the house. The Ibuki army. But yeah, let me go back to what I was talking about, the event itself. The event was nice. Capcom Cup was fine. And you know what's funny, when they announced the so I'm pretty sure by now y'all saw the $1 million announcement. So I was talking to, who was I talking to at the event? I think F Word. He came up to, we were talking. He came up to me and he asked about, hey, what do you think the announcement was gonna be? And I was like, I don't know. You work for Capcom. Should you know what the announcement's gonna be? I was like, and then I was like, you know what? You know what I'm gonna say? I think it's gonna be $1 million. It turns out I was half right, because I was just joking. I was like, yeah, it'll be $1 million for Capcom Pro Tour. I just said it jokingly. But when they announced it, I was like, oh dang, I was actually right. $1 million. Big brain. Yeah. Well, I knew it was going to be a pot increase. That was my suspicion on what it was going to be. It was going to be a bigger pot. I don't know why I just said $1 million, because I was just trolling. Because I was like, well, I mean, I had a feeling a pot increase was coming. I didn't think it was going to be a $2 million prize pool and in the first place get $1 million. But I definitely said, I was like, yeah, it's $1 million. I was like, yeah, it's $1 million. And when they announced it, I was like, huh. everyone got excited, but I was like, oh, $1 million, that's cool. I I I wasn't really excited. I don't know. For me, the it's not that I don't think I can win it. It's just that I wasn't excited about the announcement like everyone else was. I just thought it was cool. The biggest thing that I was excited about was the fact that offline premieres were coming back. When they showed that offline premiere part, I was like, and then they have the online premieres and the World Warrior. I'm like, I don't care about that. I saw offline premieres. You don't know how happy that made me. That was the biggest. I was offline. Street Fighter 7. We're coming. We coming back to offline. I, I'm like, dang, let's go, right? So they announced that $1 million. Everybody's going wild, like, oh, I want to compete for the $1 million. But I'm really excited because the $1 million. I think this is gonna be the most competitive that Capcom has ever, the Street Fighter has ever been. I think that first year Street Fighter 5 was brutal. This one's gonna be even more brutal than that first year of Street Fighter 5. This is gonna be crazy because there are gonna be a lot of tournaments happening for Street Fighter 6. A lot of people playing. Evo's gonna be crazy. It's gonna have well over 5,000 entries because Street Fighter 5 had 5,000. I think that thing is gonna. I think I'm gonna be safe and say 7,000, 6,000, maybe 6,500, 6,500, right? Maybe something like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it hits close to 10,000. Because everyone's going to be playing this. By the way, everyone. Smash players, NRS players, maybe some Brawlhalla players, Guilty Gear players, Marvel players. Everyone's going to be playing this. I know some people were like, felt some type of way. They're saying, man, I'm not going to lose to no Smash or no NRS player. I'm like, man, bro, I'm not coming in thinking like that. It's a whole new game. Now, granted, I don't think if you weren't high level in those games, I don't think you. I mean, you could be high level, but your chances of being their chances of being one of the top is a little bit more diminished because you weren't high level at like Brawlhalla at those games, bro. If I was thinking of like Ninja Killer, bro, if he's playing Street Fighter 6, because he was playing Street Fighter 5. If he's playing Street Fighter 6, I'm like, man, I don't want to play that dude. I mean, I'll play him. You put me up in front of him, I'll play him. But I was just thinking about how he plays MK11 and how he kind of plays MKX. That dude is going to be like, especially in Street Fighter 6 with the parry system. That dude was like flawless blocking everything in Mortal Kombat and getting full combo optimal damage combo punish. Imagine dealing with someone like that, dude. Whose first year competing basically got second place at the Pro Tour, and was beating Sonic Fox consistently, which is something that people couldn't even do back in the day. That's a dude that I don't even want to play. Like, that's crazy. Like, he's gonna be playing. Sonic is coming in. There's Sonic Fox. Ducking people. I'm not ducking. I said I will play him, but if people think that just because you play Street Fighter that you have a right to be like, oh, I'm gonna be like someone's gonna come to my scene and I'm gonna be all NRS players, I'm gonna be all Guilty Gear or whatever players, bro. I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like with the amount of money that's aligned, if you are a top level player in those games, you're a threat. And you should be treated as such. So like I'm coming in with the mindset that like this is gonna be competitive. This is gonna be like the hardest thing that you can ever do. If Sean washed. I don't know. I'm not gonna say Punk is washed or anything like that. I'm not going that far. But oh, I guess yeah, but yeah, I think Street Fighter 6 is gonna be really competitive. But in in terms of the cup and the participants and like all that, I want to say I did like the group stages. I hope that they bring that back for Capcom. I think so. Depending on it depends on how this Pro Tour does. This year's Pro Tour is basically the test, right? This is the test. Depending on how this does, it's gonna be crazy because I'm already looking at the things that they're doing for Street Fighter 6, and it's already crazy. It's crazy, bro. So I don't know if you've seen this. This is the test. So they're doing this little teach people how to play Street Fighter thing for Capcom. Right here for Street Fighter. Right? So they're doing this stuff like right here. Like with this type of promotion. And look at the people they're doing it with. So they're doing it with so they're doing Metro City Academy. The guest for this week, I think. I don't know if it's every week, but they're doing it with Alana Pierce. That's how you say her name, I think. But yeah, she's pretty big, man. She's at like 500,000. So they're bringing in people like this to help promote the game, man. To help build like bridges and yeah, she's I forgot. She does. I forgot what she does, but I know she does like gaming stuff. But yeah, she has half a million followers on Twitch. She's very big in the gaming sphere. I don't know what. I think she's just a streamer. Yeah, she is a streamer. I think. I've seen her pop up a couple of times. Cause the people that I follow kind of follow her. So like I follow like Spawn Wave or whatever. Yeah, I think she does gaming stuff. I don't know like what specifically she does. Yeah, Charla Nazar. I don't know how you say that. But she does gaming stuff. And she does like I guess she does review good news for Xbox. I think she's part of the gaming news space. Bro. It would be so hype. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of her. So she's like they're bringing in people like this, man. So you can tell that like they're actually trying to make this thing work. So this thing is going to be the test, right? This is the test. If it goes well this year, expect the prize pool to be over 2 million next year. Guarantee you. It was crazy to me that they brought out the yeah. You know what's funny is I got to speak some Japanese to some people while I was at Capcom Cup. So I was talking to I got a chance to talk with someone that works for Capcom. I was talking to using my Japanese with her. I got to speak to some of the players. So I spoke a little Japanese to Pugera, Gachikan, a couple of the other like some of the Japanese players that are at LCQ, and who else? And Momochi. So like I was tweeting out on Twitter. So media. So if you look at my media right here, like I was tweeting this out on Twitter. Yeah. So there's me. I was tweeting with Mochi. I was like, I asked for this photo of Kachi. I also asked for this picture and got. I forgot to post a Pugera picture, but I did have the picture of Pugera, so I would just go and like speak to them in Japanese. It was kind of fun. So I got to practice my Japanese while I was there a little bit too. That was actually the first time I actually spoke to people in Japanese. Never spoke to anybody in Japanese. It was the first time I did. And so I gotta yeah, I gotta speak to people in Japanese. I'm gonna practice my Japanese more. So like that gets me exciting to practice my Japanese a little bit more. So I'm gonna be practicing a lot more, especially if I plan on going to Evo Japan, because I need to get around and I want to talk. I really want to like talk to, like I want to pick their brains, but the only way I'll be able to pick like their brains how they think is if I know the language, so I can converse and talk to them and understand what they're saying and get the information I need. But yeah, so that was kind of like one of my highlights at Capcom Cup was speaking to the Japanese players. Not yet. So this, I want to start. I do kind of want to start the donation drive, but the reason why I don't have my passport is because there were some issues when I went to get my passport. So I sent off all my information last year, right? Thinking I was good, right? Because I had to go through the post office. You have to set an appointment and whatnot, and they look at your documents, make sure you have everything correct, and they'll say, hey, you have this and this and this, and then they'll send it off. Okay, that was fine, right? I did all that, right? But it turns out, right, the birth certificate or the certificate of birth that I sent them wasn't what they were looking for. And so they were like, they sent me a letter January the 10th that didn't get to my place until the 17th, saying, hey, you need to send us a birth certificate or something. You get right. So I had to reorder my birth certificate, and I had to have it expedited, and that took a whole month. I just now got it when I got it on February the 16th. So a month after I had already requested it. So that was that delay. And then now I had to ship it back off to them, which I shipped off all that information to them again. So I shipped off my birth certificate and the copy of the letter, what they want me to send. That won't get there until Friday. And so my passport should have already been here by now. Once that gets here, I'm going to call them and be like, hey, yeah, I need my passport. Chop, chop. Yeah, it should have been here by now already. But like the person that took my stuff didn't tell me that what I had wasn't legit. And if I had known that, I would have just waited. Like, yeah, I paid for expedition. This should have been expedited. Chop, chop. Come on, give my passport. Chop, chop. Produce that passport. And so that's I'm kind of stuck in limbo for my passport situation. And it's not really. I don't want it, man. No, they should be a letter saying, hold on, what's the letter? I had to copy the letter. I do have the actual letter here. I ain't no want it, man. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. They said, hey, you need to chop chop, produce that passport. Chop chop. I was promised a passport by February. Where that passport at? Chop chop, produce it. So they had to put my application and make it snap. Yeah, because I paid for it. It wasn't like I paid to have it like I paid extra to have it shipped faster. and to have it delayed for something that the lady could have told me there from the beginning. That's wild to me. She didn't even tell me that I had the wrong thing. They just took it. That was the biggest frustration for me, is like they just took it without even telling me that I had it wrong. And then I didn't find out I had it wrong until they sent me a letter, which I didn't get until 7 days later. Yeah, I hope so too. Cause I need it before Evo Japan. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start getting the process and stuff, and I'm gonna start the donation drive maybe tomorrow or something. So if people want to help pay for me to get the Evo Japan as well, there's gonna be that option. So I'll start that up, and then I'm gonna be working on I'm gonna go back to I have some money already saved up for Evo Japan, and then I'm also gonna go back to flipping items to build up funds for Evo Japan. Out of curiosity though, if I were to do a video series in which I'm flipping stuff to fund the Evo Japan trip, so that'll be another way I'm gonna try to help fund, so people don't have to. I mean, I'll have the goal up so you guys can help if you want to. It's not required, but I'm also gonna be out there hustling and trying to get it myself. Not flipping burgers, flipping like video games and stuff. I did it before. I made over $1,000 in like a month or whatever of just doing that. And then there's my taxes too, so we're gonna try to make this work, man. We're gonna try to make this work for sure. Because I want to be there for like 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. I wouldn't mind being in Japan for like 3 weeks. Yeah, that'd be cool to be there. I'm gonna go visit a lot of different places while I'm there. You'll kill to go to JP. I said I was gonna make it happen, man. And after Capcom Cup, I was like, man, I really need to make this happen, because I still haven't gotten to talking about the international play, but let me finish covering up the event and I'll talk about me playing the internationals. The event was good. I do like the group stages. I hope that comes back. That format was killer. Maybe 3 out of 5 should be the standard, and then also I would like to see them tweak it to where trust. I would also like to see game breaker not game differential be the tiebreaker, but that be the second tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker be the head-to-head matchups. I think head-to-head should count before game differential. So like who you beat. So there was a couple of times where people were like 4-1 or 3-1 or whatever it was, but they beat someone, but it didn't. They beat that person that got the nod, but it didn't matter because they had the better game differential. So I think if you beat that person, you should be in instead of that person, despite the person maybe having a better game differential. And I think game differential should come in to have to play. Like, that's where I think it should come into play. That, but like the sets were hype, man. It was really hype. It's good to see Mena win the event. He wasn't my pick to win the event, like straight up right out. I don't know who in fact, I don't know. I didn't have a favorite I wanted to win the event. To be honest, never mind. It didn't matter if Mena won or not, because I didn't have a favorite now that I think about it. I didn't have anybody in specific I wanted to win, because all my favorite players didn't even make it. Like Fujimura wasn't there. I couldn't cheer for Fuji. Yeah, Tokido wasn't even there. Daigo wasn't there. I guess if I had a pick of a player that I did kind of want to win, I guess it might have been Idom. Idom would probably be the player I had. Would have had to play. That I not had to play it, that I wanted to win. But yeah, there's kind of that. But yeah, now basically to talk about when at the end too, yeah. But I'm fine with Minna winning. So let me ask y'all this, right? Minna's a 2-time champion. I have my own opinion about this before I talk about playing the players, the internationals and all that. Because that's kind of like the meat and what I learned playing them. Maybe I might make that its own separate video. Is Minna RD the GOAT of Street Fighter V now that he's a 2-time Capcom Cup champion? Like, nah. Some people think so. I'm just trying to get other opinions on that. My opinion is I don't think he's the GOAT. He's top 5 for sure. If you don't have Minna in your top 5 for a Street Fighter V greatest, then bro, I don't know what's wrong with you. I am gonna do that GOAT video, and I'm gonna lay out everyone's case for the GOAT. Man, maybe I should do it in separate videos. Nah, we'll just. I'll do shorts about the cases. So I have a couple of people that I'm gonna put in a video for the GOAT video. That video is gonna come out later, after I do my best CPT matches, because that's the next video that needs to come out. Then I need to do I'm gonna do the GOAT video next. I'll probably the next video after that, because that topic's still gonna be relevant. And like my favorite Street Fighter V matches. But yeah, but anyways, so yeah, while I was at the Cup, I got a chance to play some of the players that you guys all saw in that stream. You know, it's all competing in the Capcom Cup, or that some of the players that you were familiar with. So I got a chance to play Idom. I got a chance to play CCH. I got a chance to play Jabin, Jabim. I got a chance to play Ending Walker. I was one of the few people from my group that did get a chance to play Ending. I got a chance to play Valmaster. And I had a chance to play what else? Ending, Valmaster. Youngko. And then I think that. Nah, he said play Key. Bro, we play each other all the time. Nah. I think those were the 7 and Problem X. So I got a chance to play those 8 people. So it was I got to play Ending. Ending. Jabin. Jabim. Yeah. No. Yeah. So I beat some of them. Oh, JB as well too. there was only two people that like flat out just like smoked me. Uh, that was when I first played JB once. When we first played, bro, he was cooking me. Then we played again after. Then the set count, the second set that we played was even after that. Bro, Item smoked me 5-0. It was a 5-0. Okay, it wasn't a smoking 5-0. So there was a 5-0, but then there's a smoking 5-0. I just got beat 5-0 by Item. He didn't like smoke me, but he beat me 5-0. Yeah, he played Laura. The thing about playing Item is it's like, bro, you could be winning the whole game, dude. And there was rounds where I was pretty much winning. I don't think he perfected me once, but there was rounds where I was pretty much winning the whole game. And then he would do the Item stuff. Like Item has the and I asked him about this. He has the perfect timing and the perfect like awareness to mash out at the perfect timing to get his offensive pressure started. So it would be situations where I would be pressuring him, and then there would be then yeah, you're meeting now, okay. And he would do crouching strong, but he's not Zen though. I didn't get a chance to play Zen. He would do like crouching strong, and then he would he would get the counter hit and go into the split rodeo, wherever it was, the elbow and the split river follow up or whatever with Laura, and then he would get his pressure started from there. And then like he had like a like the way he would hit the way he would hit buttons in neutral, the timing of them was I wouldn't say it was like a weird timing. I think playing Item. Yeah, William asked me this yesterday. What did you learn playing Item? I was like, I don't know. I learned how he challenges, and I asked about his challenging, so I understand his thought processing and how he challenges. But like, in terms of like playing him, the way he plays, if you're trying to learn, I don't think it's conducive to play Item. It's just the way he plays. It's like so unique and so different. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you have to play him to know. It's just a weird, like, you have to play him enough times to get used to his style and how he plays to be able to beat him. But like the way he plays is just it's very interesting. I think he would have beat Mena. It's just he's just so good. But it's just hard to pinpoint, especially playing him. Like what specific he's good at. Because I know what he's good at, right? Like he's very good at challenging and threading that needle, and then getting his offensive pressure from there. He's very good at his feature combat. He's very good at the placement of his buttons and the timing that he's placing his buttons. It's just weird playing him. So yeah, he's an enigma. Like everyone else, you can kind of, and then Problem was the only other guy that smoked me, but he was playing Alex, and he was just doing stuff that I didn't even like with Alex that I wasn't even like sure of in the matchup, because I have never really like that was not only that was my first time playing him. An enigma. Yeah. So yeah, Problem and JB were the only too sad. Enigma? What's wrong with that word? Would you? Well, bro, need to watch this lip. Dang, hold on, pause. What you heard? Yeah, problem smoked me. Hey, we just doing in 2023. Enigma? What's wrong with calling someone an enigma? It was sus. That's what I was like, hold on, I didn't say anything sus. I know what I said. But I was like, hold on, what you think? What you heard that I said? Oh, but yeah, so yeah, problem smoked me 5-0. Just the way he was playing neutral with Alex is something I wasn't used to. And so that's kind of where he got me under. And on top of it off, I was actually not tired, but I had actually just had a conversation with Dr. African about like neutral, and I was trying to like implement what he was telling me in the mid match, and it wasn't a good combination. Trying to do that while you're playing a world class player definitely isn't a good combination. So he beat me, and then I played Chris CCH. That was my first time playing him, but like I didn't realize how good he was until I actually played him. Now I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's Luke." But yeah, Luke does carry. Like Chris is really good. Now there were times when we were when I'd be up and then I would make one mistake against Luke and I would die, but like he's definitely really solid. And the way you have to play, like the way you have to play against like world class Luke players, bro, that stuff is like it's fun, but it's like stressful, dude. I hope they never make another character like Luke again, bro. There's just certain characters that shouldn't be doing what they're doing. Luke is one of them, man. Playing a high level Luke, bro, that's unless you're playing Luke, bro, that stuff is stressful. Cause me and Chris played about like 15 or 20 matches or whatever, bro. It felt like we played like 100 matches, bro. Just me playing him. I'm like, bro, I feel like I played like 100 matches with you, dog. This playing is Luke. But I was able to hold my own despite it being a bad matchup and it being Luke against him. Those were some really good sets that I played against him. Alright. And then who? Yeah. I played Jabin. We played like a good couple sets. He played a multitude of different characters. So I think the first set we played was what character did he play first? Might have been Karen. Because I played his Karen, his Colleen, and his Luke, and his Ken. I played against all those characters that he played. I also got to play Jimmy, MDZ Jimmy. I had to play him too. But yeah, he was pretty good. Yeah, I think I ended up taking slightly more games than him when we played, but he was playing a multitude of different characters, so I wouldn't really count that, I guess. And then I played Ending. It was a 5-1 his way. Yeah, that kid plays. Is the way he plays is very threatening. That's what it is. That's the word. He makes you feel. He tries to make like the way he moves. It makes you feels like you need to do something, right? Because he's always like, bro. That kid just walks forward, bro. He has no fear. He just walks forward, gets to your range, waits till you hit a button. Real quick. All right, Barco, what's good? Yeah, that kid waits till you waits to get in your range. Just like walks forwards into your range. Sometimes he just walks forward too much, but oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that Capcom Cup the Capcom Cup experience definitely was a level up. But yeah, waits till he gets in your range. Makes you want to hit your button, and then he walks out of that with the range, and then hits you with the he whiff punishes with crouching medium kick. Very, very interesting. This would take every time. Hey, don't worry about it. You can just catch the replay, you know. That's what we do, catch the replays. Alright. Bet. But yeah, he has his movement's really good. His movement in neutral is really good. I mean, he could be a little bit trolly, but he's a 16-year-old, so yeah. Yeah, it was a good experience to play him and to see how he plays. And then I played I played him. Who else? I'm trying to recall. Oh, Young Ho, the birdie player. Oh yeah, I played him. His birdie was really solid. He had some pretty good birdie stuff. The set we played, he did beat me 4-7, but again, it was one of those situations to where like that was the day that I had just talked to Doc, and I was still trying to implement what he was telling me to do. So it was kind of weird playing WorldCast players and trying to learn something at the same time. But yeah, his birdie was really goody. And then I played who was it? Junior? What was it? The Brazilian Ryu player. Brazilian Ryu / Luke. The one that almost beat Enden Walker. That guy was one of the nicest guys I ever known. Cause you had to have an invite to get into the player room, right? And I talked to him like the first time, and he's like, "Hey man, you just come through the player room. We'll play some games." He didn't even know what skill level I was at the time. One of the nicest dudes that I've ever met, man. I guess Brazilian players are just kind of friendly, but yeah, he was really friendly. He said, "Come through the room. You know, message me on Twitter. I'll come and we'll play." Then we got a chance to play. He's like, "Oh man," like he was really impressed with my Ibuki. He was like, "Man, we have no Ibuki like you in Brazil." So it was pretty cool to play him. But yeah, I think we went even. So I played him. Yeah, Uno Ross, I think that's what's his name. So I played Jimmy. I played him at Alex Valla's tournament. We played a couple sets. We only got to play like 6 games. It was even, and then he had to go play his tournament match. I played ROF. He was playing Jury, the birdie player. I played him at Alex Valla's tournament too. Yeah, he beat me like 1 game, and then I beat him like 4 or 5 games straight with his Jury. I didn't get to play his birdie though. I got to play the Jury, but not the birdie. Did I play Key? Me and Marin played. We played like, I think we played like 1. Yeah, we played. Yeah, I think, yeah, we played the first day we were there. We played. That was the only time we played, I think. Bro, I asked if I played Giyu PC. Giyu PC, top player Giyu. Oh yeah, Valmaster. Yeah, I played CCH. I played him. I played him. I was just talking about that. Bro, those matches felt like an eternity. Playing those were some long, stressful matches. That's all I can say. Really long, stressful matches. Yeah, I didn't realize how good he was until I played him. Until I actually played him. Like, he's good. I think you ended 7-12. I think that might have, give or take, that might have been the exact same score that I kind of ended around with him. Maybe we played a little bit less. Maybe that's around the exact same score that I kind of ended up with him, I think. All right. Well, we might have played lesser games, so it might have been like 10 to like 5 or something. But I won the last 2 games that we played. The problem Max, he's like, yeah, hey, what are you guys playing into? Like, and Chris was like, yeah, we just played. And then we're like, okay, we'll play 2 more games. And then I ended up getting those. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get these last 2 games. I don't care. I'm getting these last 2 games. So I ended up getting the last 2 games. But yeah, we played about that many matches. It felt more than it. He lost 3 straight. Bro, I said I was making sure I'm getting them last 2 games. 7-9. I like, you ain't, nah. I'm getting these last 2 games. I said I'm making sure I get those last 2 games. Yo, by the way, what you were telling me when I was working on it while we were there that day, I was actually the more and more I played, especially against the players, the more and more I was seeing what you were saying about how your movement forces a response, and like it didn't really start clicking until later. So like I was like, man, because I was starting to see it, trying to see it whenever I was playing certain people. I'm like, it's kind of difficult to kind of see it because people tend to like, they're gonna have their game plan and what they're trying to do and trying to figure it out from there. But like I didn't really see it until I played Valmaster, and he beat me like 7-6. But I found out that when I started walking back, his response was to walk forward and hit stand fears. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so I was starting to use that knowledge to force that response that I want, so I can whiff punish the stand fears. And then I was getting my knockdowns from there, and then I was able to like pressure him and pretty much beat him from there. Just that one thing that definitely changed kind of like how I was like approaching things, and to see it kind of happen in real time was really really eye opening for me. Just thinking about it, because I very well could have won that first to seven, but 7-6 against a world class Chun Li player in a matchup that's pretty horrible for Ibuki. I think that's pretty good. But I wasn't really trying to. It wasn't the winning that I was after. It was more so the experience in playing. But it was very very interesting to see that play out the way it did. And then I played one Japanese player. I didn't get to play Tokido. I played Noble. We played a first to three, and I won that set 3-1. But it was a little bit difficult because of the we're both still kind of getting used to the setup that they're in there. So like we're kind of dropping stuff. The timing was a little bit off. So I wouldn't really count that. Yeah, I didn't get to play the other ones. I didn't get to play Hikaru, and I didn't get to play Kakuri. We were supposed to play that following day, but we never did get a chance to play. But all in all, it was a pretty interesting experience to know where I stack up against the top players, the world class. Um, I think the biggest thing that I took away from that event was the fact that I felt like once like playing that I could compete on that level, right? It didn't feel like there was only a couple people that kind of like beat me, like smoked me. Everyone else, I was competing with, and and doing well well against. And so I I feel like I could be in the cup, but next year it's gonna be a little bit difficult. But I feel like if I really put in the work, that I can compete on that world class level. I got to play them. I got to see where I stand at, and I feel like I'm a little bit like still a little bit behind, but in terms of like certain things, like maybe a couple months behind, and where I feel my progression is. But I feel like I can make that up in Street Fighter 6. And I don't feel like I'm not behind, that I'm not as strong as these players, or I can't be as strong as them. The goal is attainable for me to be in a Capcom Cup, and for me to be as strong as those players, to be as strong as those players, or be as consistently strong as those players. So yeah, that was like the biggest eye opening for me. That was pretty much it. And so that was the biggest takeaway I learned from playing against all the pros, playing against all the internationals. And I think that's something I'm definitely going to take within me to trying to go to, in terms of going to Evo Japan and also finishing out Street Fighter 5. And so that's pretty much it. It's late. I got some work to do. I appreciate everyone that came through to the stream. And yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. I do need to start this UGM grind, this month UGM grind. My goal is to get UGM by the end of this month. Not by the end of this month, within a month's time. And so I got some stuff to make up. And so, yeah. Appreciate you guys coming through. That was my whole experience at Capcom Cup. I'm looking forward to attending more events outside of my state and seeing how I progress in the future. So until then, I will see you guys later.